Today we're going to pull back the curtain on what a modern marketing machine actually looks like. We're going to deconstruct how one company, SVDIGINET, is using this really interesting mix of human strategy and AI to get real results for its clients. And it all starts with a pretty big promise.
So this is it. Build smarter, scale faster. It's bold, it's super confident, and honestly, it sets the stage perfectly for a system that's trying to be way more than just a list of services. They're pitching it as a complete engine for growth.
So who is this whole thing for? Well, it's not for some giant corporation or a buzzy tech startup. Nope. This entire approach is laser-focused on local home service businesses. Think about your local plumber, an electrician, or a roofer. The kind of businesses that live and die by local customers being able to find them and book a job. Okay, so if the goal they're selling is to dominate your market, what's actually under the hood of this machine? Let's take a look at the essential building blocks, the core components that make it all tick. Now, what you've got to understand is that these aren't just separate things you can pick and choose from. They're designed as one interconnected process. It all starts with the foundation, which is an AI-designed website. But a great website is useless if no one sees it, right? So next comes visibility, using local SEO and Google Business to make sure people actually find you. And finally, there's conversion, which uses AI chatbots to turn those visitors into paying customers 24/7. It's a full journey, all in one system. So we've seen the parts of the machine, but what's the engine? What actually powers all of this? This is where it gets really fascinating, because it's not just about the tech itself. It's about this fusion of human brains and AI muscle. Let's see how they work together. And here you can see that division of labor pretty clearly. On one side, you have the human strategy. This is all the creative, big picture stuff, building a brand people remember, designing custom logos, coming up with smart marketing ideas. Then, on the other side, you have the AI power. This is the workhorse. It does all the heavy lifting with data, figuring out what people are actually searching for online, creating tons of helpful content, and automating that whole lead generation process. The human sets the direction, and the AI executes with incredible speed and precision. So with all these moving parts, the AI website, the SEO, this hybrid human-AI engine, what is it all actually for? What's the one simple, tangible result that this entire complex system is designed to deliver? And this is the critical part. Every single component we've talked about, every piece of this puzzle is engineered for one and only one primary objective. It's not about vanity metrics like clicks or followers. It's about something much more real. And there it is. More calls, more book jobs. It's that simple and that direct. The success of this whole thing isn't measured by a fancy report. It's measured by the phone ringing and the appointment calendar filling up. For a local business owner, that's the only metric that truly matters. And this quote just nails it, doesn't it? It perfectly captures the spirit of that ultimate goal. The idea isn't just to get more work. It's to build an automated system that is constantly working for the business owner around the clock. It's about creating a machine that delivers leads even when you're not there. Now, you might be thinking, wow, an approach this comprehensive must be really intimidating or, expensive. So how do they get people in the door? Well, their whole strategy is about building trust by getting rid of the usual risks and barriers to entry. So here's their playbook. They start by offering free audits for your website and your Google Business profile, which is smart because it shows you the potential value before you spend a dime. But the real game changers are those last 2 points. No contracts and no fees to cancel. For a small business owner, that is huge. It completely removes the fear of being locked into a long-term expensive commitment, making it so much easier to just give it a shot. And that really brings us to the big picture question here. We've just looked at one company's model, but it points to a much, much larger trend. As AI gets smarter and easier to use, is this what the future looks like for all local businesses? An automated, intelligent system that's out there finding customers and generating leads 24/7? It's a pretty powerful thought. And based on what we're seeing, that future might be closer than we think.